If you have searched for free or affordable college education, there's a good chance that you've come across the University of the People, the world's first free tuition university. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Is this school actually worth it or is it not? And the answer is, for some people, it's totally worth it. And for others, you better steer clear because it's not the school for you. Now, the claim here is that the University of People is a 100% online tuition-free university. Well, if we actually look at what free tuition is, it's not actually free. Now, I've done videos about this in the past, and apparently it's really controversial to say that it's not free because I get unleashed on in the comments. But if we look at how this works, basically, the tuition-free model is 100% real, but then claims that you actually end up paying over $5,000 for a four-year degree. So you're not paying tuition, but you're paying for your exams and stuff like that. And essentially what this is a rebranding. When other schools say you're paying tuition and you get everything included in tuition, this school is saying, well, you don't pay any tuition, but you got to pay for all the other stuff. It's just a marketing thing. They're not actually tuition free, no matter what you want to call it. If I walk into a buffet and they say the buffet's free, go ahead and eat. And then on my way out the door, they say, oh, you have to pay in order to leave the buffet. That's not free. It's not a free buffet. It's just a rebranding of how they're actually charging. That is one thing I can't stand about this school because, in my opinion, it's false advertising. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is their programs themselves. If you take a look at their academic programs, they have 3 associate's degrees: business, computer science, and health science. They have 3 bachelor's degrees: business, computer science, and health science. And they have 3 master's degrees: business, IT, and education. Now, if you go into these individual programs, the degree's not specialized itself, but you can specialize using some certs. As you can see, they'll allow you to do a cert in finance or a cert in marketing or strategy or entrepreneurship or accounting. So you do the degree, do a cert, and that is what specializes your degree, which is not really a specialized degree, but it does set you apart from someone that only has just a business administration degree. Now, if we're looking at and just comparing degrees alone, there are 3 degrees to choose from for each level of education. It's just not good. There needs to be more than that to really set themselves apart from other universities. Now, there are some things I really don't like about this school, but let's kind of talk about what might be good. If we actually look at what they are, the University of the People envisions a world in which all qualified high school graduates have access to higher education regardless of financial, 1, geographic, 2, political, 3, or personal circumstances, 4. There are some things here that are actually pretty cool. If we take a look at who actually started or founded the University of the People, his name is Shai Reshef, and he's an American entrepreneur. He's done a lot to make education more available to the rest of the world. And if we look at his achievements, he has spent his career on making higher education accessible to underserved populations globally. That's really cool. There are parts of the world that have no idea how in the world to afford a college degree. They have no options, 0 options. This university can be a good fit for some people in those circumstances. Now, I've done videos in the past where I completely shred into University of the People because of some things that I don't like, which we will get more into. But a couple weeks ago, I got an email from someone named Abderoof. Abderoof emailed me. He's one of my followers. He's watched a whole bunch of my YouTube videos, and he himself went to University of the People. He emailed me as a student from Africa saying, as someone with limited financial resources and opportunities living in low-income developing African country, you of the people made it possible for him to get a degree without any cost. I completely understand, and I do appreciate Abderoof for this email because it reminded me that, you know what, as much as I want to shred into this school for everything that it is not, it's important for me to recognize what it is. This school gives opportunities to people in third world countries with no other options the chance to go to school at no cost. Now, when I say at no cost, I just said, well, there is a cost. Let me clarify here. When there are international students that reach out from impoverished countries, very, very frequently the University of the People will grant full ride scholarships so they don't have to pay for any of the exam fees. So if you're a student from overseas and you have no options and you have no money, this university may give you full ride scholarships so that you can go to school for free and get an education for free. And that is really, really cool. Now, if you go through comment feeds from other videos I've done on University of the People, it is really, really two-sided. Sometimes I get students saying their programs are terrible. I'm a student here. It's a complete pain in the butt to get administrative support. I have other students who say, this is a really cool university. I'm from overseas or sometimes even in the US, and I've gotten a really good education from this school. There are lots and lots of mixed feelings. I do get bombarded with people saying, no, the tuition is free because look, I'm not paying tuition. I'm paying exam fees. Come on, if you're paying out of your pocket $5,000 plus for the degree, you can't call it free. That's just not cool. But in their credit, it is really, really inexpensive. An entire four-year degree in the $5,000 range is really, really affordable, more so than almost any other college. Now, let's get into some more things I don't like about the University of the People. And one is accreditation. If we look at it, they are recognized by the DEAC as an accredited online university. Well, the DEAC is called the Distance Education Accrediting Commission. And guess what? It is not a regional accreditation institution. It is a national accreditation institution. The two are very, very different. Regional accreditation is much harder to get. National accreditation is much easier to get. 85% of the universities in the United States are regionally accredited, and only 15% have not broken through that barrier. Now, the US government released a statement in about 2020 saying there's no longer any difference between regional accreditation and national accreditation. They're the same, and you should treat them as the same. But guess what? The US government still, they will not give you government grants for nationally accredited institutions, and they will for regionally accredited institutions. On top of that, most prestigious universities will not accept degrees from nationally accredited schools. So if you want to go to a high-end graduate degree, you should definitely not be getting a degree from a nationally accredited school. Now you might be saying, well, they're trying really, really hard to get regionally accredited, and I understand that they are, but they're like 16 years old and they still don't have it. It takes 2 to 5 years to get regional accreditation. There are some things that have to happen in the school before that accreditation is there. And once those things do happen and they do get regional accreditation, then we can talk about that. But as of right now, they don't have it. Now, we have to talk about acceleration because my channel is all about getting college degrees really, really fast. A lot of people see University of the People, see the cost of a $5,000 degree and say, that's it. This is the cheapest school I've ever found. So I'm locked in and I'm going. But it takes 4 years to get a degree. If you go sit in classrooms for twice as long, you're going to graduate faster. But guess what? That's not saving you all that much time. And the average graduation time at this school is still about 5 years for a bachelor's degree, which is not good. What I would say is, listen, tuition alone is not the only thing you should be concerned with when choosing a college or university. If you do things properly, you can accelerate degrees from regionally accredited schools in just months instead of years. And guess what? The faster you graduate, the less tuition you pay. If you do it right, get your tuition down below that $5,000 mark and not have to pay $20,000 to $60,000 to $80,000 in tuition. You just got to take the right approach. Just because University of the People is a $5,000 degree does not mean it's the only school in which you can save that much money. On top of that, scholarships and grants can fund every student that doesn't have a lot of money. Even if you have a lot of money, you can get scholarships if you're willing to put in the work. So the whole free tuition thing is not really that appealing to me because I know how to get degrees faster and cheaper through different strategies. It just takes a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of work. I am not going to go to school for a nationally accredited degree and spend 5 years earning that degree when I could go get a degree in months, same price or less, sometimes zero money out of pocket. It just doesn't make sense for me. Having said that, there are students overseas and you have no resources and scholarships are not readily available for students in your area. In that case, this is the type of school that can be a huge blessing in your life. So it does depend on your situation. But for those of you watching this video who have followed me for a while and have seen this whole degree hacking process where we're accelerating degrees, getting them quickly and not paying money out of pocket, this is not the university for you. My brief recommendation to those who want to get degrees faster and have really considered University of the People, find competency-based education programs, earn the degrees really, really quickly, find schools that offer flat rate tuition, so they charge you per semester instead of for the entire degree or for every credit. Go do it really quickly, and guess what? You can get cheaper than University of the People, higher quality degree, more than 3 degrees to choose from. And guess what? It's going to qualify you for higher end master's level programs and beyond. It's just a better option for most students. If you want to learn how to accelerate a college degree in as little as 6 months, sometimes even less, I'm going to leave a video down below to what I call my 3-step degree hacking training. Go watch that video, learn the process, and hope that helps. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.